Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to continue the progress on my Sierra pickup, or at least the green Sierra pickup that you saw in the last video. If you didn't catch that video, I will post a link up above here, but we took all the chrome off, kind of took the old man look out of it, also took the leveling blocks out of the back, or the lift blocks that they come from the factory with, and I showed you that I bought a pair of 2-inch lowering shackles, and I didn't use those in the last video, but today I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those, so let's get started. So now we're going to crank down the torsion bars in the front. After I took the block out, it actually got it pretty much level. So before I put the shackles in, which is another 2 inches, I'm going to crank the torsion bars down and kind of see exactly where I need to be, as far as, do I need to set the shackle in the back to the 1-inch spot, or can I set it to the 2-inch spot and get it back level. So I'm going to take some measurements all the way around first, and then we'll crawl underneath and I'll show you what we're going to adjust on the torsion bars. Once you get it supported, you need the front off the ground, support it with some jack stands. Right in the center of the truck, you're going to see where the torsion bar keys are, and this is the bolt that we're going to be adjusting. So I'm going to go ahead and spray these down with some WD-40 and let them set for a minute, and then we'll get back under here and I'll show you what you need to do. Once they've set for a little bit, we're going to go ahead and start to loosen them. Now mine is an 18 millimeter, so I move them back and forth a little bit. We're going to count and make sure we go around equal distance on both sides. So I'm going to start by going several turns on this side and then matching it on the other side, and we are going to loosen the bolt. That will lower the front end. Once I got these cranked down, I took it out for a drive, and then I actually went to where there's maybe one thread showing on the top side. So up here in the top, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's about one thread showing, and that's as far as I want to go as far as feeling comfortable without changing to a lowering key. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out these bump stops up front, and I'm going to just take the bottom bulb off of it. So I'm going to cut this very bottom piece off, and we're going to take it out for a drive, and then we'll remeasure it. Okay, so after driving it, we are at 34.5 inches in the front. When we started, we were at 35 3/4, so it came down 1 1/4 inches in the front. So now we're going to install the rear shackles, and then I'll kind of walk you guys around the truck so you can see the before and after. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'll walk you here outside so you can see. Sorry about the wind noise, but this is what we're starting with, and then I'll give you a picture afterwards, or walk around afterwards, so you can see what it looks like once we get the shackles in. All right, for the shackles in the rear, unfortunately, you have to take out the tow hitch in order to be able to get the bolt out to get the shackle off. So 21 millimeter is what my front one is. Those are 22. You're also going to need a 21 millimeter on the top side because they're going to start to spin. I'm going to take these out with the impact. There's 4 on each side. I'm going to take these 3 out first, leaving this one for last because this is a one-man operation. It'll be easier for me to kind of hold it with my legs as it's coming down. Once we get that done, then we'll move on to putting the new, taking these bolts out and putting the new shackle in. Once the hitch is out of the way, then we need to take these two 21 millimeters out. So like I said, 21 millimeter on both sides, and we'll get those out of the way, and then we'll put the new ones in. Once you get this bottom leaf spring bolt, or the shackle bolt out, you'll be able to jack the rear end up enough to get that top one out. You need to get it above the frame in order to get it out. And then just the reverse process, we're going to put it all back together the exact same way it came apart. So once the bolts are back in, we need to torque them down. The bottom one's 70 foot-pounds, the top one is 37. Make sure you do that. If you make it too tight, it'll ruin the bushing. It'll bend this bracket to where you can never put it back to stock. So 70 on the bottom, 37 on the top, and then we will put the receiver hitch back on, and we will be all finished up. I'll show you around the truck. as you can see, it is starting to look a lot better. So after that drop, it came down, like I said, about 1.25 inches in the front, and then it came down another 2 inches in the back. So it's almost completely level. It's about 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch higher in the back, which is perfect because when a truck's level, it actually looks a little lower in the back, and I didn't want that. So I still wanted that little bit of rake with it being a little lower in the front. So hopefully you like this video, guys. I have a lot of stuff planned for this truck as well as every other vehicle that I own. So make sure you stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, go down there, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. And stay tuned to see what we do to this truck next.